name is Marietta Mehanni, and this week's muscle conditioning tip is going to be an abdominal curl. We're going to be doing ab curls, but with a difference. So we're using the Swiss ball, which we love using for abdominal curls because of the way it helps with maintaining lumbar curvature. But also we use a product called a Gymstick. So it's a fiberglass stick weighing 400 grams. It's got two tubings, resistance bands on either side, with loops that can either go around your arch of your foot or in your hands. And today, they're going around the arch of the foot. So this piece of equipment comes all the way from Finland. You can buy it locally. I sell them in Australia and for New Zealand, so check out my website, mariettamehanni.com. Otherwise, have a look at YouTube because there's a lot of different Gymstick exercises there. It's a really versatile piece of equipment and I love it for using it on the Swiss ball. So, I just find myself sitting on top of the ball. I'm going to walk myself forwards. Now, I didn't show you what I just did. I turned the Gymstick to add resistance on the bands. Now, for the abdominal curl, you actually want a bit of resistance on it because it's going to help you with coming up and then you're going to work it as you go back. And what we want to do with abdominals is actually train them in a lengthened position and get them strong in that lengthened position because that's how we stand. Training them in a shortened position, if you train them a lot, will bring you forwards, and that was the reason why I had some major back issues years ago because I worked my abdominals so well that they were much stronger in comparison to my back muscles, and then I had all sorts of grief with back pain. So I learned my lesson from there, and now I make sure that I train my abdominals with lengthening rather than shortening, a lot like what Pilates does. Pilates does exactly the same thing. So I'm adding tension on the bands to begin with, and then I'm going to walk myself forwards until the ball's just underneath my lower back. All right, so ball's underneath my lower back, lots of tension on the bands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place my elbows underneath the Gymstick. So I'm just holding it against the torso. Now what you'll notice is as you come up, the bands shorten and they actually assist you with this movement. But it's as you go back that you feel that your abdominals are under more tension. So coming up and then going back. So it feels different from doing it without the Gymstick, so different, because you can feel the tension from your feet. It's actually going through your whole body, so I can feel it more in my legs than what I would if I didn't have the Gymstick on. Now the Gymstick comes in several different resistance levels, and you can interchange the bands on the stick as well. So you can buy bands and change them on the stick. So today I'm using blue, which has a maximum tension, maximum potential tension of 15 kilos. Just depends on how much you wind it up. All right, so if you're a good fitness instructor, I'd probably do this for about 8 to 16 repetitions, just depending on how slow you want to move at. And then we can play around with some balance. So let's start with my feet coming together. The minute I bring my feet together, my base of support is changed. So I've brought the points of my support closer together. So there's a little bit more of a balance challenge here, which means that my muscles have to work a little bit harder to be able to stay in this position. You may notice also that I'm not going up into a full sit-up. Yep, I'm just bringing my body up, just up and then slightly forwards. But I don't want to bring my body up into a full curl because again, I'm getting into that position where my lumbar spine is not in its neutral position and the ball creates that beautiful natural curve in the spine. And I'm also training the muscles to shorten, and I know what that will lead to in the future. So after doing about 8 to 16 repetitions of this, then take one leg forward. So now you're going to feel the tension a little bit more on one side. So my obliques on that left side, because it's my left foot that's forward, are actually just working a little hard. I can feel on that left side, that left abdominal wall, it's working a little bit harder than it is on the other side. So again, 8 repetitions on one side, 8 repetitions on the other side. And you'll feel the effort in both directions, but more so as you go back. Okay, so as you come up, it assists you. As you go back, you get more work. All right, so after doing about 8 repetitions on that side too, change legs, and then this time see if you can take your foot up off the floor. So now there's a bit more of a balance challenge. The bands actually assist you. There's something interesting about using the bands. They sort of help you a little bit. Keep the leg pulled in so that your inner thighs are still working in this position. And I'm still feeling it more on the left side than I am on the right because my foot's extended forwards and my leg is extended forwards and the band's a bit more stretched on that side. I'm going to try it on the other side as well. So the Gymstick's actually a really interesting piece of equipment. It's very versatile. You can use it on a Swiss ball, on a Bosu. It's portable, you can pull it apart in the middle. It's got a little button to pull it apart and you can travel with it. I really like this piece of equipment. It's just really, really clever. So after you've done 8 repetitions on that, you'll probably be done. And if you want to add more tension, to add a little bit more load as you go back, then you can do that at any point, at any time. It's not an exercise you can use a weight with. It just makes sense to do it with resistance bands and even more sense to use a Gymstick. So have a look at this exercise, check it out, buy a Gymstick, enjoy using it for so many different ways, in so many different ways, for so many different exercises. And that's this week's muscle conditioning tip.